Well, greetings and salutations, test takers. This is the Series 7 Guru coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas with an explication request. This test taker asked if I can answer this question, and the answer is absolutely. I think this is a good example of firing up the T. I think this is kind of outrageous because it should be a churning question. I think we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. But first thing we want to do is fire up our T so we can track all that's going on in this question. So boom, there's our T. I like to use dollars out, dollars in. Some people like to use debits and credits. Some people like to use pluses or minuses, whatever floats your boat. All right, so on the same day, this is called the setup. On the same day, a customer buys 100 shares of ABC at 25. So I suggest we do things on a per share basis. Then when we're all done, multiply one. So otherwise you're going to have all kinds of zeros floating around trying to keep track of it. And it's just a mess. So we bought 100 shares at 25, and then we sell short 100 shares of XYZ at 35. So that's dollars in. The 25 is dollars out. That was an opening purchase. This is an opening sale. The customer then buys a January 25 put at 4. That's a choice to sell the ABC at 25. That is a protective put, putting in a floor there at 25. And they buy a January 35 call at 6, smart thing to do. So they established a choice to sell the ABC at 25 and a choice to buy back the borrowed stock at 35. That's a protective call. And so they have the ability to close out these positions. So that's our initial setup. We've got everything kind of set up now, and that's what I should recommend you do. XYZ rises to 42, and the customer exercises the call. So 42 doesn't have anything to do with answering the question because, options are about floors and ceilings, and here I have a ceiling at 35. I'm going to exercise the call, and I'm going to buy back the borrowed stock at 35. It says here, I exercise the call. So when I exercise the call, that means I'm buying back the borrowed stock at 35. And then it says ABC falls to 20, and I exercise the put, and that means I sell the stock at 25. And then we're all done, right? The gain or loss on the transactions. Now we just net that out. And we have a 10-point loss. And on one contract, 10-point loss, there's only 100 shares that we're discussing in each of these. This is a $1,000 loss. So again, proof that the T is the way to go, right? I think this would be separate questions. You'd have a protective put and a protective call in separate transactions on the actual exam. So again, let's just go through it. On the same day, a customer buys 100 shares at 25. That is dollars out. Let me just get out my highlighter here. Boom. And it says, and sell short 100 shares at 35. Boom. Dollars in. We buy a 25 put at 4. And that 25 put is a protective put, right? It's protecting that ABC stock position. We're putting in a floor there at 25. And then we buy a 35 call at 6. And so boom. And then it says, let's get a different color here. XYZ rises to 42, and we exercise the call. So that means we buy back the borrowed stock at 35. And ABC falls to 20, and I exercise the put. Again, the market price is, there to distract you because we're doing business at the strike here. So it doesn't matter that ABC is at 20. We're going to exercise our put to sell at 25. And then we simply just net all this out, and we say, okay, we're out total of 70. We're out 25 for the ABC, 35 for the XYZ. We're out 4 points for the put. We're out 6 points for the call. So we're out a total of 70. We brought in 25 for the ABC, 35 for the XYZ when we sold it short. So we brought in 60, and so we are losers. We are lost 10 points here. Anyways, hope that was helpful. Like I say, kind of outrageous as a test prep vendor question as compared to the actual exam where these would be separate transactions. But I do think it's helpful in terms of showing how the T, if you do the setup and track the money, even a question like this can be done. And I think it's a good question for practice, drilling and rehearsing, our T in terms of dollars out, dollars in. So remember to fire up the T, remember inch by inch, options are cinch, yard by yard, options are hard, and I will see you for the next explication request.